Hey, real estate investors and real estate agents, wholesalers, and everybody interested in real estate. Mike Alexander here with Mr. Juan Vasquez, bringing you a quick little update and tutorial on how we prospect for sellers, for FSBOs, and how we convert them. So we're going to do a little session today. Juan, you want to say hello to everybody right quick?
Yeah, hello guys. Yeah, welcome everybody. And just like Mike said, we're gonna teach you guys how to rock on and do some follow-up calls. Very good ones, by the way.
Yeah. So Juan has done some excellent pre-work and finding some good potential leads. Now, some of these will be direct FSBO sellers. Some of these are going to be, um, some of these potential sellers are going to be uh, agents on accident, things like that. But let's see what we can do and try to get some of these deals done. So I'm going to start here just by showing you a little bit about what we do with Freedom Soft and how we organize our properties. So anytime Juan finds a lead, we add the lead here into Freedom Soft. Now, these are leads that have called Juan back or texted him back or indicated that yes, they do have their property for sale. So it's been, let's see, August 5th, we had quite a few leads. It's been a while since we've been putting in new leads because we've been doing a lot of other advertising and marketing for some of our current inventory. We've got about 8 homes in inventory, and each of our partners typically has between 5 to 10 homes in inventory, and we're gradually increasing the amount of that inventory to be between 10 and 20, and we're pushing for upwards of 30 listings per month is our target goal. And these are some of the steps we're implementing to get to that goal. But to have somebody that has little or no experience but has the sales skills, has the energy to get to this point is very doable to get to 5 to 10 properties in your pipeline each and every month. So let's get our hustle on and show you a little bit about what we're doing here. So to start, I'm going to do a quick prospecting session of how I get people to call me back on Zillow, and these are free leads where we convert time and energy into money. Free prospecting 101 right here. So we're going to go to buy, we're going to go to homes for sale, excuse me, homes for sale, not buy, and we're going to specify that we're looking for a specific listing type. We want owner only. We want to limit to just direct FSBOs, direct for sale by owner properties. And so here we have clearly, it says more than 500 homes right here. We can only show 500, it says. So I'm going to go ahead and narrow the search a little bit. Say we want $250,000 or more. And so let's start finding some prospects. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and focus on $400,000 homes or more right now and get some of these sellers to call us. So you can see some of the properties that have been hearted that are still up here have been around for a long time. So what we're going to do here, and this is what Juan, my virtual assistant, real estate partner, and backbone of our company does for us. So Juan, whenever you're doing this, tell people a little bit about what you do, how you click, how you get to the next prospect, and let's try and click through about 20 leads right now and see how long that takes us. Can you take us through that process?
Yeah, the first thing basically, I do, guys. So there are a lot of results, a lot of properties. So first of all, you guys need to define the criteria you're looking for, and then that's where you're some of these properties, the owners have their phone numbers. Others, they take it out. They just want to be like with emails. So basically, you need to be really specific what you're trying to do, making an offer, your terms, or what is that exactly you're requesting of this owner. like Mike is doing right now. He's putting his contact info, his email, his phone number, and he's just trying to explain or at least show what is exactly what he's trying uh, to request to ask to this owner.
Yeah, yeah. And so here we just clicked on one, and what we like here is we like for sellers to call us back. A lot of times you'll notice that there's not necessarily a phone call or a phone number here in the contact section, but this allows us to leverage our time, and it allows us to reach many people, many sellers all at once. So you see here's another phone number to contact us, and I'd like to preview this property for a buyer. You know, essentially I'm just looking to preview these properties and make an offer. So, and we just hit repeat, contact, and so boom. So Juan, one of the things that Juan then does is he'll save the contact info, and he'll save this info and put it into a spreadsheet and keep touch with those people. What we can do then is we can text these sellers all at once. So let me hit save to mark this as a property that we've contacted. I'll hit save on this property here too, because we've contacted them. 3.8 million. That's a nice property. It says it's for sale by owner. I bet it's with an agent, but we're going to go ahead and focus on residential real estate. So let's go ahead and do this one too here, Juan. And what you can see here is we started this process about 12:38. We've clicked just on 2 property sellers, and I'm going to get a bunch of calls this evening with sellers that are interested in selling this property. And it says contact agent, but I noticed that I hit contact owner. So boom, we got another one. That's 3. So now we're going to contact number 4. So now we're leveraging our time, and instead of talking to one person for 10, 15, 20 minutes, which may be an agent, may be a waste of time, may not be the direct seller, we're getting sellers to call us back and leveraging the time and energy that we have to put into calling and prospecting and cold calling. So here we go, and here's what we're doing. So some of these sellers are actually going to be agents. A lot of times it'll list on here whether it's an MLS listing. If it is, we really want to not bother some of those MLS listings and sellers, but we want to contact the owner. So I want to make sure we set that up there. Contact, and we're going to save this and heart it. So that's 4. So let's see how many more we can get through. So again, unselect that one. And you know, we have so many buyers all over the greater Houston area where at any given time we've got a ton of buyers for all of these kinds of properties, simply because we've had excess inventory and excess sellers and buyers that have called on other similar properties. So we've always got a flux of properties that we have in our inventory and buyers that we're trying to match up. So let's just go ahead and contact a few more here, and I just want to show you how easy it is to generate some phone calls and get a hold of some of these sellers. So contacting them, just saving the property info, and anytime we log back in, we can see who we've reached out to by our saved property list. So this is something that Juan also does to save properties, and really showing him also some of the things that I look to do in prospecting. So this is a simple process. I imagine that by the end of this evening I'll have about 4 or 5 serious sellers call me And look, I'm looking at properties in the 400,000 to multi-million dollar range. If I get 5 people to call me, I will convert one of those sellers. So I expect to generate somewhere between 30,000 to, on the low side, about 12,000 in revenue. 3% commission is going to be that range between 12,000 to 30,000. So naturally, what do we want to do? We want to click on bigger properties to generate larger commissions. And certainly they may take a little bit extra time to move sometimes, but with the way that we market properties, we're able to sell properties in really 1 to 3 weeks with our process that we use to help sell properties. So I just wanted to show you guys how we prospect for some of these direct FSBO sellers and show you how you can go ahead and up your game, generate more leads, and this is a free revenue generating process. Most sellers, or excuse me, most agents would use this process. A lot of wholesalers don't know or don't use this process because these are, for the most part, full retail priced homes that aren't necessarily a discount or a wholesale deal. But considering we own a real estate company, I do something that's called wholetailing, which really it means we're getting full fair market retail prices, but I buy and sell properties as a principal, meaning I'm not a licensed agent. I simply get a 60-day contract with a seller, a 30 to 60-day contract with a seller to go ahead and bring an in buyer, and a seller would not pay us any fees. We would deduct our standard fees and commissions from the total sales price, and that would be the offer price to the seller. So the seller may be asking $699.5 here in this situation. We're going to offer 6% less than their full asking, provided that it's a full fair market value on the asking. And a lot of times we'll consult sellers and we'll tell them, hey, we can get you more, or tell them, you know, this is what the properties are selling for in this neighborhood. This is what we believe we can offer, and we just let them know, this is our offer, this is what we can do, and you know, we pay the standard closing costs and you know, close fast. The last property that we did and funded was the seller was asking $540,000 or best offer, and we funded the property all cash with a cash buyer in 3 weeks. We got the buyer, had 3 multiple offers. The seller had been trying to sell their property for over 5 years. 5 years. You know, the market had tanked quite a bit there in 2007, 2008, and it recovered. So for 2-3 years, this seller had still been trying to sell and simply could not move the property until we came along and we funded the property seamlessly. They were happy. We even helped the sellers find their next property, and we helped put in what's called a contingency offer so that it was a seamless process. The seller sold their property, got funded within 24 hours. They funded and bought their other property. So it was a win-win for everybody, and it was something that we really like to do. As a matter of fact, it's only been 10 minutes. I'm already getting my first prospective caller and FSBO seller. So you can see how fast sellers will react to some of these messages, and I'll have to call them right back on this, but you can see this works. It didn't take me long to get somebody to call me, and boom, you know, you repeat and rinse this process, and here there are over 500 leads to click on like this. I'm telling you, if you click 20 leads, you'll get at least 5 calls, and from those 5 calls, you'll convert one of those sellers. So this is Mike Alexander Juan Vasquez here from Near Town Properties. We also have a web page called Fast Cash Property Partners, because we fund fast, and we want to be your partner. We want to help you sell your property for top dollar. We want to do it as fast and as seamless as possible. And if you have questions or concerns or anything like that, we always want to open it up and have full transparency, help you understand our process, and bottom line, help you get from point A to point B, which is a successful sale at a full fair market price that you can be happy about. And so thank you again Houston and the greater Houston areas and communities. We're so thankful and so proud to be able to serve you guys here in the local community. It means a lot to us, and we really look forward to working with you. But I just wanted to spend a little bit of time, show you one of the ways that we service the marketplace, how we preview properties. Once we look at the properties, we can really assess the property, tell the sellers what their options are. Sometimes sellers have little, no equity, which makes a traditional sale nearly impossible. Sometimes sellers simply, don't want to pay a real estate agent or a fee or a commission. They just want to know what they're going to make at closing. And bottom line, if we can produce that and do that for you, that's what the sellers want. And we can provide that. We can provide a fair estimate quote and get a fair offer on your property in a very short period of time and close as soon as possible. And for me and our team, that process takes roughly 30 to 60 days, and typically we're closing within the first 45 days. So again, greater Houston area, thank you so much, and we'd love to be a resource and a partner for you in the next sale of your home. And I wanted to mention, I am actually a volunteer with the Houston Lamb and Goat Rodeo Committee. If you mention this video and you reach out to me, I'm going to do something really special. I'm going to actually donate 30% of the sales proceeds to the Houston Lamb and Goat Rodeo Committee, where we're supporting a lot of kids and in their need for school and to really help improve what they're doing. So mention this video when you call us, and I'm going to go ahead and make sure that we get a 30% donation over to the Houston Lamb and Goat Committee. So just wanted to throw that in there, guys, and really want to give back to the community, give back to the kids, give back to you, our patrons and sellers here in the greater Houston area. So thank you so much. You guys take care. Juan, you want to say bye there right quick?
Yes, sir. Well, just happy hunting, guys. Thanks so much for listening to us, and well, best luck to all you all. Thanks so much.
All right, guys. Take care. Peace and love.